G'day everyone and welcome along. Welcome to Steel Horse Station. I hope you are all well and having a good time. Those of you that are enjoying summer, I'm sure it's nice to have left the cold behind. A bit chilly in my part of the world, but nothing too dramatic. Pretty normal for this time of the year. So it is just gone 7:30 in the evening, Monday, the 10th of June. Gosh, June disappeared quickly. And we are heading across to the Oaks. So we won't mess about. I don't think there's anything special to announce. My visitors have gone, but we might head straight across to the Oaks. Now we are... Let's take that off pause. We're about halfway through the 1st of December, and you might recall from last time we had 5 contracts underway for baling, and I thought I would just duck down and check the cows. We've got 3 of them sorted. You can see I've already taken a load of bales. We're going to have silage potentially coming out our ears, which is a nice problem to have. The cows here have plenty of food, a little bit of milk, which we don't necessarily need to deal with. So we might head in. That contract, that auction that's running is for... Which field is it for? I think it might be this one. Field 72, I think. Just stuck over there. Is that field 72? And if we have a look. No, it's not field 72. Maybe it's here. Might be field 97. Let's just go there. Now, field 97 is going to be in here somewhere. So figure out, I'll walk through there, and there we go. You can just see the message in the bottom of the help test when we're standing on the correct field. It gives us the option to bid, but this patch of grass for 48,000 I don't think is in our list of important things to do, so we won't worry too much about that one. I think what we'll do is head on and go with our contract. So we've got, we finished all the grass cutting, and I've been doing a little bit of the baling and sending bales. This one's almost at the BGA, so we'll send him off. The 2 remaining contracts to finish. It's delivering on field 89 at the moment, and you can see they're both going to the biogas plant. So I'm pretty confident this guy's going to deliver in here. Let's just see how he goes. Might as well while we're here. Welcome in. Great to have you, whoever's just joined us. So the plan today is to finish off these couple of contracts and get the bales dealt with. We've got some other things which we could sell. We may roll the day forward because it might be a better time. You're not going to sell automatically. G'day, John. Welcome in. Great to see you. Hope you are well, sir. Now, if we just tip you here, let's see how close this goes to finishing the contract on field 89. And it's going to complete it easily. There we go. And we're going to need not many more bales, I reckon. So the good news is we've got heaps of bales. So that's contract at 89. We're still I don't want to finish off or collect on 89 because then we'll lose access to what we haven't baled on the field. We'll send you back to field. Why don't you go to field 74? That might work. It is complete, but that'll still give me enough time. You can see I'm almost finished picking up the grass on this one. I had an interesting discovery. Where's the baler? There it is, which I'll get to in just a second. Let's just get you back on your current waypoint. He's just on the third headland. Yeah, so you might recall from last time that at least one of these contracts was to make hay, which was all well and good, but I discovered that if you... and it was actually the contract on field 88 was for hay. And if you forget to pick up the, or forget to make hay before you bale it, you can't then bale, or you can't then, like I couldn't turn this into hay. It's clever enough to know that it wants me to only collect this for as grass. But what I then had the realization, which you'd think after playing for it a little while I might have thought of it before, was that actually it wasn't a big issue because I'll just turn it into silage. The sell price, g'day Farm Sim Brisco, welcome along. The sell price for silage is at the top of the market. Where are we here? At $334 a 1,000 litres. Whereas the buy price for hay is about, let's not mess around, let's have a look. The buy price for hay is, what's that, 8,000 metres, about $200, $150. So it actually worked out supremely profitable to just wrap all the bales and make silage, knowing that I could sell the ones off the field and just buy enough hay bales to fulfill the contract. So that's what I ended up doing. And part of that is why we've got all of these belong to us, because we've finished the contract on 89. And if I go and flick through, there'll be another truck somewhere like there that can go and deliver those, and that'll finish the contract on field 74. At some point, we need to fill you up with grain. We'll worry about that a bit later. And what's been happening? Oops, you've gotten yourself stuck somewhere. What are you stuck on? Why is the weight down? That's better. How bizarre. What have you been up to in the UK, gentlemen? I've lost track, Farm Sim Brisco, of where you're at with the cycle of making amendments to Thaxthorpe. I enjoyed our stream we did on it a week ago, but I'm just waiting until, oops, let's get you, waiting until you've finished with it to decide where it'll fit into my rotation. I also watched the GP, John. I found it most enjoyable, actually. It was closer than I expected it to be. And I think the McLaren boys have given a few of the teams a bit of a fright. I certainly think that Max expected he was going to have an easier day than he ended up having. And Oscar was just a little bit unlucky to not end up on the podium. But Lewis didn't do anything wrong either, and he's had plenty of unlucky stints, so I don't begrudge him a lucky roll of the dice on when the safety car hits. I think it'll be a lot better. And I think the most interesting part of the competition side of it is it was very interesting to see how he raced against someone that he actually likes. I felt he afforded Norris far more room than he ever gives Lewis. Which is just an interesting subconscious action. I don't think at the speeds they're making their decisions, I don't think there's a lot of time to think about some of that. As you can see, we have rather a lot of bales on here. Yeah, we didn't have much visibility of him here because he pretty much moved to Europe full-time, what was it, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even longer, 6 years ago. And the mainstream media here struggle with a short attention span, which is probably true in most places, but cool. I haven't made any decisions on how to play it. I approached my stream last week as a very much as a sort of a first look playthrough sort of style. So there was nothing that we did there that I considered different. Oh, that would have been cool, John. I thought it was a what impressed me, and I think is a good sign for the future, was just how composed he was today. I mean, it would have been obvious to him pretty early on his car was competitive. But he just drove a really consistent race. He was fast when he needed to be. He defended really well. I thought he was a bit doubly unlucky with the tyre choice, but equally, I can't, I don't hold any ill feeling to McLaren to choosing to put the hards on rather than the softs. They're in possession of the data, and I presume that they figured it was a safer choice to get them the points that they needed rather than fighting for an extra place that could backfire on them. But I did feel that he was a chance for a podium if he'd been given some softs, not knowing anything different. Conversely, I think softs on Lando's car would have helped, would have meant he didn't need to defend so badly from Lewis, but I don't think he would have been realistically in contention with Max. So, but it all looks good for the next few races, that's for sure. Welcome along to the others that have joined. Absolutely, John. Yep. And given the season they've had, it just felt safer, a safer decision. Oops, that didn't work very well. We'll come back and get him. Farm Sim Brisco, I had a bit of a go with the trying to change the traffic density. So I learnt enough to know that it doesn't work exactly the same as with pedestrians. What have we got here? What's this guy doing? Evening, Jason. Welcome along. Yeah, I agree with you up to a point, Farm Sim Brisco. I think they've been consistently poor for the last couple of years. I think the nature of whatever they were wrestling with last year, I don't feel like the two drivers they had in Norris and Ricciardo helped them as much from an engineering standpoint. I think where they were expecting, their senior experienced guy to, deliver. And I think the best example of that currently is what, Alonso appears to be contributing at Aston. And I just don't think Ricciardo can do that. I think he's an exceptional driver, but he's largely instinctive. And so if the car's not quite where he wants it, there's limits to how he can explain to the engineers what he needs. Norris, I think it's not lacking in any ability. I think it's just experience, and I think that's coming along now. He was always, even alongside Ricciardo, seemed to be able to get a little bit more from the car. And we're now looking at the difference their upgrade package appears to have made. And let's just see how it goes in a few more weeks' time. But it looks like they've gotten a much better direction. Certainly, Lewis was paying careful attention in Parc Ferme at the end of the race. And I did love the meme clip that I saw somewhere during the day of it kind of looked like Toto storming down pit lane, and the caption was something along the lines of he's on his way to McLaren, he wants his engine back. Which certainly made me smile. I think Ricciardo was keen to help them succeed. I think Ricciardo's, as I said, problem was he just didn't have the expertise to be able to communicate what he needed. And on the one occasion they got the car in the sweet spots for him, he put it on the top step of the podium. What I did learn about autodrive the AI excuse me, the AI splines Farm Sim Brisco. It's worth yeah, it would. It's kind of like you need to put them all in a basic go-kart. I kind of look at that problem from the other end, and I conclude that in order to get a drive in F1 these days, you got to be really good. And the things that differentiate, there's always been things that differentiate the absolute best from the just the very good. And these days it's the ability to just deal with all the complexity. But yeah, as I was saying, FSB, so if you wanted to, if you were interested in learning a bit about some of the differences in AI splines, I'm not holding it out as the perfect example, but it's one that I've found that is a bit different. The Valley of the Old Farm has quite an extensive AI spline set up in the map, and it's done a little bit differently to yours, but it certainly helps the AI work better. And I think that's key for console players. That said, I haven't completely gotten to the bottom of how to change the amount of traffic, because whilst you can set the density parameter on a spline, it doesn't obviously make a difference. And part of the thing that, and that was one discovery or realization I had when I was testing. One of the things that makes that intersection near the store twice as busy is the roundabout just near the edge of the map, because the traffic that dumps off there goes around the roundabout and straight back into that intersection. It'd almost be better if it looped around the map and came in somewhere else. Because I think when all the splines are connected like that, then, and they've got lots of points in them, the game seems to decide they can have lots of traffic on them. Rightio, I think I have wrapped all of those bales. Very good. So we can fold you up and send you back. Don't do that. Let's go to Putney delivery. That'll do. Right. I really should put a rack on the front. Yeah, it's not auto drive that I know I can make auto drive work, and if I spent long enough on the map, I'd get auto drive tuned to my liking. What I was more referring to is a console player doesn't get auto drive, right? They have no access to it. So their ability to use any sort of worker automation is limited to the splines. Yes, they can turn traffic off, but if you like the fact that makes the map feel alive, that can be a bit annoying. I wouldn't say that the map. Oh, well, I just make the observation that you can't use the AI to deliver from the shop to pretty much anywhere on the map at the moment. And that's down to just how the splines are constructed and laid out. It's not a criticism of the map, just an observation of how it is. And I think for some console players, that just gives them something to complain about. Because it's annoying, right? If that's the style of gameplay that you want. If it's not, and you turn it off, then yeah, absolutely. I didn't find any other issues at all with the map. That was just one that I was intrigued about and keen to sort of get to the bottom of how to do it better. Probably do. I'm good at running out of fuel, especially when I've been doing a bit of stuff. Now, let's send you back. What am I looking for here? I want that one. I think the map looks beautiful. I can understand that, Farm Sim, when you put so much effort into it. There's a limit to how much time anyone can spend trying to deal with something that sort of takes you down a rabbit hole for not much value. I get that. Not much value to you. It's valuable to giants potentially. Oh yes, that. So a complete tangent, and my tuppence worth on that topic. Hang on, Chick, I'm going to have to take that jumper off. It's getting very hot in here today. I'm overdressed. So completely on a different tangent, my 10 years ago, I was in a plane crash. And if any of you have an interest in aviation, you may have heard of about QF32. So it was a Qantas flight, Singapore to Melbourne, that had an engine blow 10 minutes into the climb out of Singapore. And quite frankly, we were just very lucky. But it's been the subject of a couple of movies that, by any measure, it was a plane crash, given the cost of recovery. But because all the passengers walked away unscathed, Qantas sort of got to claim a victory of sorts, thanks to the efforts of the crew, which are fabulous. Anyway, the relevance of that to your comment. So there's a couple of videos circulating on the on the net on YouTube about what happened. And about 5 years ago, I stumbled over one of them, which was a pretty interesting account and had some good footage and some stuff I hadn't seen before. And anyway, I thought the author had done a pretty good job and presented a pretty fair account. So I put a comment and I just said, hey, you know, I was on that flight and I thought the crew did a terrific job, and in particular the captain was exceptional, and didn't think much about it. It was just sort of contributing, and over the years every now and again people see it and they write a comment, and you know, that's all good. But what I've noticed over the last couple of years is every now and again somebody feels compelled, for reasons that are completely escape me. It's not like I get anything out of it, to make out that I'm lying, that I'm making it all up, that I'm, you know, insert derogatory statement here sort of thing. And oops, I'm 5 short. Let's try and get in the right one. And I find the whole thing quite bizarre. So it's just when you put that comment there, Farm Sim Brisco, all I would say to you is it's hard to avoid reading the comments because you want to know what people think. But if they're not writing nice things, I just ignore it. I think there are plenty of folks that are enjoying playing your maps. I don't know what are we up to, 50. This is stream 46, so there's over 100 hours of live progress, and I'm, you know, tiny in the scheme of things. I reckon there's tens of thousands of hours of enjoyment people have had on your map. So I think that's the only thing that really matters, and the fact that you enjoy making it. You got to remember, some folks that are, looks like I rolled one out into the road. Don't know how the hell I did that. Some folks that are writing to criticize your map are actually commenting on their lack of ability to do it themselves. They're also, others will be concerned that you've set the standard for the livability and the use of assets higher than maps that they have, so you'll be getting downloads that they're not getting. There's 100 things. Amazing how a set of people or fan followers rate a map to another set of people that think it's lacking. I think there's nothing consistent about social media commentary. And there's plenty of people that have nothing better to do than create 47 accounts just so they can give their own opinion 47 times under a different heading, which it's just like, wow. Now, is the best price? Yeah, is the best price for these still the biogas plant? Where are we? There we go. Reading. Silage, 335. Fisher's Bay sale now. Okay. You can go back to Fisher's Bay sale then. Is it now at Fisher's Bay sale? Who cares? Let's go to Fisher's Bale so we know where that is. Yes. That's why it's really important you do it for you and first, second, third, and fourth, because then you'll be satisfied when you're satisfied. Now, which one did you think was out of fuel? Is it the... No, he's fine. Do you remember which vehicle was out of fuel, John? Maybe it's the other one. Ah. That'll do. The main reason we need a little bit of fuel in here. The reason that I just call it as I see it is because if I had the ability to be in your position, I would hope that I could get feedback that could contribute to that story. That doesn't mean feedback's just feedback, right? Doesn't mean there's no obligation on you to do anything with it. As you say, you're not, there's no financial consideration. So it's just feedback. If it occurs to you that it's useful feedback, then then decide what you want to do with it. If it doesn't feel like it's useful, just ignore it. The circular filing cabinet is full of those sorts of bits. Yeah, the fence is now full, John. Thank you. Oh. This is like backing with my HRV and my box trailer. Okay, let's go find, we can turn you off for the minute. Next vehicle. Might need to do some of that. Now, hey, Mark. Welcome along. Good to see you. We were just having a deep philosophical conversation about how nasty feedback can be on things that you contribute for free. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to go. What is that? unload. There it is. Unload bales here. There we go. There's all our contracts. Almost got them all in the slot. You have no game sound. How did it do that again? Thank you. How? What has happened to my game sound? That's not it. Oh, what's it done? Game capture, yes, very good. Capture specific window. This is something that OBS has changed, would be my guess. Because this happened to us, was it last week or the week before? Oh man. I have no idea how I fixed it last time. That's the image, yes. Capture. This is really strange. Sorry, folks. I'm struggling to figure out why I've got an audio bar, but I'm not getting any sound through it. Something's interfering. That's the only conclusion I can reach. I wonder. It's really weird. Yeah, the bizarre thing though, John, is that I haven't done anything since last week. So what happens? You have a week off, and I just can't, for the life of me, figure out. What's going on here? Did you hear that conversation in the virtual farmers stream sometime in the last few days where there was an individual in chat trying to argue that mods shouldn't be on Mod Hub unless they met some nebulous standard that he wasn't prepared to define? But it could have been that they didn't have red carpet. Why? What is going on with my OBS? Because now I've managed to I think it's safe to say I can't see how to fix the sound without shutting OBS. And if I restart OBS, there's every chance I'll break the stream. And you'll notice I've somehow managed to lose my camera in the process, which wasn't my intention. That's not that. That's the main mic, right? That's correct. Video capture. Why is that not working? Hang on a tick. Right. Yeah, I've got no idea what is going on. It's very bizarre. I can hear sound. Unless... So I've got game sound. That's the strange bit. I know it's there. And I think it's got something to do with NVIDIA broadcast. Yeah, having looked at some of the, many of the maps that make it onto Mod Hub, I don't think you have anything to be concerned about, Farm Sim Brisco. I think there's plenty of folks without having any clue as to their nationality further down the list that you'd be looking to remove before they got to yours. Where am I? I'm going to there. Let's sell these guys. Put a little bit of money in the bank. And then I think we'll take another trailer load to ours and then just sell the rest. You can go back to field 89. Yes, we're in the age of how many people can I offend this month? The feigned outrage in some sectors of the community is challenging. Not the Farm Sim community, just the community in general. But this is supposed to be a happy place, peoples. Now, what am I looking for? I've had a complete brain fade. I jumped on here to have a look at something and I've completely forgotten. Goodness me. Okay. Oh, well, we've got a lot of eggs we could sell at some point. Oh, that's what I was going to look at. Barley price is getting up there, as is the wheat price. We might wait till next month for those. We also have rather a lot of sugar now. And that price is not too bad. It's really bugging me, though, that you guys don't have game sound. I wonder if... No, the feed for the chickens doesn't show up there. It's a good question. I haven't looked at the chicken feed for a little while. Let's go and have a look. Chicken coop 1 has plenty because it's got the smallest amount of chickens. Chicken coop 2 is down to about half and we're at December. So yeah, we will need to keep a little bit because they will get through it all. I'll leave donut chips shops to Dagoin, I think, Jason. I was thinking about ice cream on Silver Run. Chicken coop 3's down to about half. And chicken coop 4 Probably need to keep just a little bit, but I can sell the rest. Okay, Daggerwin and Mark. Unless Mark really is Daggerwin in disguise. There's a rumor we could start. I've completely lost my train of thought. What am I trying to do? That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to finish these contracts. Collect and collect. You probably don't, Mark. Right. Where is the other truck gone? Too many. I didn't send it back after all of that. From a money perspective. I've got no idea of his what a channel of his size makes. I've got no idea of the economics of channels in general. So this purely being a for the love of it interest in my case. Let's send you to... Let's send you back to the Chooks, actually. I'm wondering if I'm brave enough. Let's set up. Let's just... You'd imagine so. I just have no idea. Let's just do game capture. Right. I didn't want to do that. Try there. Properties. Exactly. Yep. Why are you not doing that? Properties. Oh, there you go. You should have sound again. I hope. It'll take me 10 seconds till I know. Yay! I have no idea how that happened. Somewhere along the line, OBS decided that it needed to use the mod switcher application as the sound source for the video. Very bizarre. Right, let's turn you off. Let's park you. Oh, actually, let's see if my little... I'm pretty sure you don't. I think I turned auto load off. Yeah, so you're on the auto load for bales now. So what we'll do is bring you back around here. Like a so. Yeah, won't worry about those. Yeah, I was the same, John. I don't think I've been referred to one of his videos for a long time, which is kind of interesting. Now, hopefully... something like that will work. Excellent. We have many eggs. I have to have a look in the shop in a minute. See if there's a piece of equipment that we don't need that we'll buy anyway. Ah, glance away at just the wrong moment. I'm still trying to figure out what we really learnt from FarmCon. Can anyone enlighten me? I thought it was a bit disappointing we didn't see much in the way of giant streaming stuff, and I was very surprised that to hear from the content creators that just about all of it was done in German. That was a bit of a missed opportunity, I would have thought. I'm thinking about buying the premium edition Because if I'm reading it correctly, it's 2/3 of the price of a regular copy of Farm Sim and gives me a whole license and the both years seasons pass. Which feels like a pretty good deal. Certainly cheaper than if I bought this year's seasons pass. Rightio, that'll do. I'm not going to bother to fill that one. I can wait till he fills up. We can send you, it was eggs. Where were eggs in this magic app with all its problems? It's so annoying that this has a line for diesel in it. Wish you could just turn that off. Eggs. Hang on, I'll just try and scroll. I can't even scroll it off the screen. I haven't attempted to actually buy it. I was just looking at the ad, so I figured I'll wait. There's nothing that's there that's leaping out at me. So we're going to go to the pallet warehouse, which I have just about got working to my satisfaction. Where are we? Sell points. Productions. Medium pallet warehouse. That's the one. So there's what I did observe, Jason, is if you already got it, you can buy an upgrade, but actually it's more price effective to buy a new license for some really strange reason. I did hear something, John, which suggested that there was some complicated laws in that part of Germany about public video, and that limited what the content creators could do. And then on top of that, the other mention I heard was that Giants didn't have enough bandwidth to stream from the venue, which sounded kind of odd given they ran FSL from there on the Sunday. So who knows? I just felt it was a missed opportunity because I tuned into a couple of the presentations last year and found it, vaguely interesting. But this year there was nothing, so I didn't, Right, where are we going? Let's have a look at our fields. I'm wondering if we need to spread some lime. Now, so these, we'll look at these fields first. So we've got grass. I thought I put grass in 61 and 62. It would appear I did not. Okay. But they are ploughed. Weeds, needs ploughing, needs rolling. Ooh, I've got some weeds to deal with by the looks. Let's just duck up there and have a quick look. What is the state of weeds? Hoes are required. Let's find a hoe. Oops. Yeah, just turn you off. Right. Now, the hoe, what is the energy requirements of the hoe? I could walk over to it. This will be just as quick. You're the one I can run on the little guy, so let's send you up to the other farm with the hoe. Or have I already done that? What have I done with the O? Oh, it's in the... I was parked in front of it. Goodness. Rain fade. Put the tractor there, just never connected it on. Beep. Let's send you to field 31. No, mine's not even close. If I want a German translation, I talk to my sister. She taught German for 30 years. She's lived in Germany. She's all the competence I would ever need. Field 31 is where we're going. Hopefully you can get there. Excellent. Well, it certainly doesn't, John. If you're going to order them, you've got to order them for everyone here, and by my count, that's at least 6. It would be rude just to order one for yourself. Now, where was I getting to? Here, we were sending the weeder up there. Let's just go on. Did I just only... This field's all fine, isn't it? Yes. Canola's growing, looks beautiful. Not going to roll it. This one over here, no, we've ploughed it, but nothing else, so we can't do anything in there until the new year. Let's look at the lime situation. That's fine. It's a really weird colour. £1p a download. Well, I've downloaded Saxthorpe 3 times, so I'm probably good for another 3 with your updates, Farm Sim Brisco. you're going to need to work out the other 999,994 or 5 with someone else, I'm afraid. And it's not a comment on the quality of the mod. It's just there's a limit to how much downloading I can do. Yeah, but I'm not the same IP address every time I log on. That's okay. So we do need a little bit of lime. Maybe in 76. Okay, let's go and get the lime. Tractor, there he is. And you can head down. Let's hook up. Let's go to down to there. Very good. So now we can go put you away. In fact, the next job to do you back. You could always order 7, John, just in case we get someone else pop in. That's going to be... Is that too low for the front loader? Let's find out. Let's get you out of there. Oh yeah, empty you in there. Come on. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Jason. So we're good for a dozen or so just amongst our community. 12p, that might just about buy you a stamp. I can't believe that's not high enough to get into there. Oh, yes, it is. There we go. Just cleaning up the mess I made the other day so we can get access to this lean-to. I don't think we need storage. Why is that not picking those up? It's really odd. How bizarre. They've inherited a do not tip or a can't be collected collision. Well, that's very strange. Sieben Bier. Das gut. One would imagine, Mr. McKinley, that today's news was fairly welcome for you and your colleagues. I won't say any more on here. What can you buy with 12p, John? Probably not much. Be a bit like here. 6 cents doesn't buy much. Oh, sorry, 24 cents doesn't buy much. Oh my goodness. I think a letter, I think that's Aussie dollar price for a letter's cheaper than that. Almost got enough to do the conversion. So I have no idea what that glitch of a pile of sugar beet is doing in the middle of the shed there. It's got nothing to do with our lime tractor is here. You can wait. Just about got it done. There were a few more in here than I anticipated. Oop. Backing in a straight line. Righty-ho. Is there another load in there? Let's find out. So anyone got any clever suggestions how I get rid of this glitch in the middle of my shed? Can't for the life of me figure out how it's been created. Definitely. Oh. There's something in it. Might have to. It's got a collision on it though. That's the really weird part about it. We shall give it a go with painting in a minute when I'm convinced that I've got all of the technician in me just wants to know how I actually created it. That's the bit that's got me stumped. Oh, see, I can get the bits off the back of it. Might just dispatch this guy down to the mill because he's probably just about full there. Yeah, not too bad. You can go with that lot. Where are we here? Sugar mill beets. Yeah, I'm convinced there's a bug somewhere in the shovel logic. So some shovels pick up more than their capacity. Some places where you pick them up actually won't let you unload until you get out. So we do any on Newlands in the morning, you'll see that the silos there for some reason allow me to overload the shovel in the silo, and then the minute I back out the front of the silo, oh, I didn't see that, Mark. That's I'm interested in that one because it's annoying because the fact that it picks up too many of it it unbalances the tractor. And my skills are poor enough as it is. Well, as you can see. Oh, I saw that. So is it the leveler function that causes the issue? Sugar beet storage pile. Yeah, that's next door. Let's try. Landscaping. Painting. Ah, you're a genius, Mark. Take a bow. Worked a treat. Rightio. So we've got one pile which has 646,000 out of 100,000 in it. We can pop the rest of you in there. Just like so. We can park you in the doorway. That will do. Lovely. If I remember, I will grab it before tomorrow's Newlands stream and we can try it out. Why not? Have I put the wrong one in here? No, just didn't hit the right button. Should go a fair distance. That's what Mark thinks, and I'm going to try and remember to grab it and try it in tomorrow's stream on Newlands. I remember those days. Bedtime crises. I did ask while you were out, Jason, whether congratulations were in order with today's media release. I didn't say any more than that, but I'm assuming your colleagues and yourself were pretty pleased about that. Oop, there goes 7,000 litres of lime. That's not supposed to be free. I have grip. One of our major politicians was in an unnamed European country signing a very large deal for military hardware. I didn't intend to. It deleted it completely when they when I updated the mod recently, and this is the first time I've used it, so I'm gonna have to go and fix that. These cost 1,000 a tank, so we can. Yeah, he did. He added a couple of versions. No, it wasn't unnamed. It was named on the news. I just didn't want to name him on here. I wasn't sure how... I was trying to be cryptic if you didn't want any mention of it, that's all. So it's very public information in Australia. Right, let's... Oh, thought I'd emptied. If I'm on the right train, you'll know as soon as you see what Albanese was doing today. We got 1,000, won't quite get it done. Let's go and fix this silo up. Sell, yeah, it's old free, okay. And silo, it's containers, isn't it? Oh, okay, there's a heap of them now. It's that one. Right, let's try that again. That's better. 1100. Perfect. We do have some straw bales to sell when we get a chance as well. Right. What does that do to that? Colors. That looks pretty good. Do I need to put some more lime on 69? Let's go over and have a look. I thought I limed it before I put the grass in there, but I may not have. Oh, it only needs a smidge. But while we've got the lime truck out, we might as well do all of the fields so we're ready for planting. We'll roll forward to we might even roll forward to February actually. I'll do some selling between now and Friday so that we're not spending all of Friday's stream on logistics. Look in the shop in a minute. 300 grand's not enough to buy that field yet, but it's getting there. I think the main thing that had come into contention that we'd consider spending money on other than the field is a big tractor. If that were to come up, I don't have my heart set on anything particular, but having a big tractor so that we could pull a big plough or cultivator probably wouldn't go astray. Oops, a bit close to the edge. And we could do with a few more horsepower to be able to pull the big slurry tanker that we've got. Almost get it, not quite. We're going to run out. Are you off to bingo today, John? Or does it stop for the summer holidays? Are we gonna make it? Oh, it's gonna be close. We're gonna fall just short, are we? No, yes. 70, 40, 30. Yes, we fell short. Can't leave that little square in the middle of the field. Let's go back and... Gonna get that square. And with the light fading, we'll just check the... I'm just gonna take a sneaky shortcut. What hedge? Because I couldn't remember if there was a road down there. I think there might be. Beautiful. Is that done there? Let's have a look. What's in the store? Titan floater. Kind of looks like a... Yes, but I've already learnt today, Farm Sim Brisco, that you plan to do that on PC, which means I know where they live. And my good friend Map Object Hider is excellent at removing collisions that I don't want. Oh, we didn't finish looking at that, did we? Ideal paralevel. That's probably worth considering. What else have we got here? Mega roll. Fast track. It's not big enough. Why is it coming green? It's a horrid colour. And buckets. Nope. Vaguely interested in that. What is the floater? Does it have a... It's part of a mod pack, but they didn't finish coding it, so it doesn't tell me what it combines with. which is a bit annoying. I'm assuming it's got like a sprayer body or something on the back of it. Because it doesn't have any connectors. In fact, it doesn't have anything of anything. Unusual. Okay. Oh, I'd never noticed that, Jason. Look at the mod pack in the store. Where am I going to find him? Under large tractors, maybe? Nope. He's not a medium tractor, is he? Bottom icon on the left. That it? Oh, floater pack. There it is. Thank you. An air boom, which is a spreader. Okay, so it's basically a sprayer. Yeah, I don't think we need one of those. We've got enough spraying capability. And given that it's December, I'm not feeling excited enough about the harvest to leap out and buy that. I think I'd prefer to get the field first. Right you are. We'll just duck in here. This can probably wait until Friday. Just duck in and see what it looks like. Or did I? Maybe I did this before. Loud. Nope. Okay, well it can wait then. So I think that's where we might leave it for today, folks. Thanks everyone for popping in. Great to chat and have you along. We will be back in 9.5 hours time on Newlands. So for those of you that are around and can join us, if it's not too late or too early, we'll see. Otherwise, catch you next time. Failing that, we'll be back on Friday. Catch you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Excellent. Thanks for that, Jason. See you next time.